everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I hope all of you had a fantastic Christmas Eve. You guys had a nice, relaxing time with friends and family. Our Christmas was pretty good. Today, though, I wanted to talk about something else, but I will, for those of you who like my little hauls, we will be doing some Christmas hauls and Boxing Day hauls and all of that kind of thing coming up. So make sure you've subscribed and you've clicked that notification bell. But today is Wellness Wednesday. And, you know, normally there's a lot of things that I would talk about on a Wellness Wednesday this close to the new year. But I'm going to postpone my little New Year's resolution video until probably next week on January 1st. But today, something kind of, well, I was going to say unexpected, but it's not really unexpected. It's just quicker than I thought. I am headed for surgery. Now, it is not my weight loss skin removal surgery. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I did have gastric bypass surgery, and I've been working really hard for the last year and a half, and I have a lot of excess skin, and I need to get some plastic surgery done to take care of that. That is not the surgery I am going for. I am going for a hernia repair surgery. Nothing too crazy. I do have a hernia, apparently. Actually, it showed up on a CAT scan when I was in the hospital for something unrelated, they think. I don't know. Long story short, the hernia I have is extremely small. Like so small, you guys. Like 1/4 of an inch, maybe, I don't know. It's small. Now, a lot of people are probably like, if it's so small, why are you going for surgery? That seems stupid. Normally when people have hernias, it's a huge opening and you're having a lot of issues. For those of you who don't know what a hernia is, I'm not a medical professional, so don't take everything I say to heart. Look it up, do your own research. But basically it is a breakdown of your abdominal wall. Basically, there's a hole, or it's very thin, and I want to say, is it your intestine or your bowel? I don't know. Something goes through the hole in your abdominal wall, like an organ that should not go through the hole, but it will go through the hole, and it hurts, right? Because it's going through this hole. So depending on if you're sitting, walking, whatever, it can like squeeze it, or it can get stuck in there. It can cause discomfort and pain. It can look like a big bulge under your skin. And it's just not great. And typically what they'll do to repair that is they'll put what they call like a mesh, surgical mesh in where the hole is. It's kind of like when you're fixing drywall, right? And you got to like put a little patch in there because you've got a hole through your drywall, and then you mud over it. Same kind of thing. They put this mesh in, sewn to your wall, so nothing can pass through that hole anymore. Now, mine is so small, but I do have issues occasionally. I am a weightlifter, and I lift heavy weights. So it just stands to reason that eventually, because I am a weightlifter, over time, this very small hole that I have will get bigger. It's inevitable. It will happen. And the bigger it gets, the more chances of more issues. And I'd rather fix it now. I've talked to the surgeon before. Originally, she wasn't going to do surgery because she was like, it's so small. It's so small. I'm not doing surgery on you. And, I mean, obviously they don't like to do surgeries if they don't have to, right? Because I mean, it is a surgery. Things could go wrong. It is a surgery. There's always risks with any type of surgery, right? So they try not to do it unless it's absolutely necessary. So the last time I talked to her, I thought for sure, okay, that's it. We're not doing surgery. It's done. I'll just live with this. But she did a follow-up call with me, and she'd asked me how things were going. And I said, I mean, it's not consistent. Like, I'm a weightlifter. Occasionally when I'm lifting weights, I do get pain in my stomach or a cramp, or, it feels like twisting, like something's tight. But it's not all the time. It's not every time I lift weights. And she was like, okay, yeah, that definitely sounds like it's the hernia. You know what? You're young, you're healthy. It's small right now. We should probably do the surgery. And I was very surprised because last time I talked to her, she was like, nope, we're not doing it. So I was like, wow, you changed your mind really quick. Like, okay. But, she's right. Now's the time to do it. I'm young, I'm healthy. It's small. So thankfully, she doesn't think she's going to have to put a mesh in because of the size of it on the MRI. She thinks that she can just stitch it. Normally, when you have a large hole, you can't stitch it back together because it would be too tight. But because mine is so small, she thinks she can put, maybe 2 or 3 stitches in to close it, and we won't have to do the mesh, which is honestly the better way to go. So she said, yeah, I think we should do it. So I was like, okay. Now, when I had talked to her, this would have been in November when I talked to her about this. I had said, when am I going for surgery? Like, I know you can't give me an exact date, but like, what are we thinking, right? Because I'm in Saskatchewan. Let's face it, the healthcare system here is not the best. People have been on wait lists for years to get surgeries done. And she said probably early spring. Okay, so I'm thinking March, April, right? I got a letter in the mail like a week ago saying your surgery is booked for January 5th. That's way sooner than I thought. So January 5th, I have hernia repair surgery. I'm happy and frustrated all at the same time because I'm glad it's getting fixed now. When it's small, recovery will probably be fairly quick. Fairly quick, fairly easy. Let me grab my drink. Starbucks, yes. Oh, so good. But the recovery on this, like any surgery, it's a good 6 weeks that I can't lift anything. She's like, no pulling, no pushing, no lifting for probably 6 weeks. Now, I'm a weightlifter. I train 3 times a week, every week, and I've been doing it for a year and a half consistently. So this is going to be difficult for me, is staying out of the gym for 6 weeks. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, I'm going to have to do it, but mentally, I really am going to need to prepare myself for this because I have so many fears. Like, if I'm out of the gym for 6 weeks, I'm going to lose all the strength that I've built up, right? If I'm out of the gym for 6 weeks, I may get out of the habit of going to the gym 3 times a week. I have all these fears, and it's hard, but I know I have to do it because if I push myself too quickly or too hard and I open it up again or I cause issues, we could have complications, we could have infections, we might need another surgery again to repair the damage that I did. Like, there's so many bad things. So I'm going to have to find a way to stick to doctor's orders. Now, for those of you who have been following me, I sign up. I have a trainer at my gym that I go to, and they have classes, and they usually run every 3 months. Well, good news, bad news. The next class was supposed to start on January 8th. I had not paid yet, So thankfully, because I found out about the surgery, I had to say, look, I can't sign up for the next class. I'm off for 6 weeks. So I talked to my physiotherapist because it's his gym. And he said, okay, just get the surgery, heal, recover. We'll see how your recovery process goes. And when you need to get back in the gym, we'll figure something out, right? Because they only have so many spots in every class available. But I've been doing it so long, I'm sure I can just squeeze myself in, right? So we'll figure it out. Another thing is, eventually, not the full 6 weeks, a couple weeks in, I'll probably be able to get medical clearance to start doing things like walking, light, like stretching, light cardio. If that's the case, then I may go to the gym when everyone else is doing their weightlifting, all my friends and stuff doing their weightlifting, and just walk on the treadmill for the hour while they're doing their weightlifting. Just again, mentally, right? Mentally, okay, I'm in the gym. I might not be weightlifting with my friends, but I can watch them. I can support them. I can cheer them on. They can support me with my recovery, the whole thing. So that's kind of my goal with that. So that's what's happening. Now the surgery itself, I'm not worried about. I'm one of those weird people who I actually really like surgery. I don't know what it is. When they put me under anesthesia, I feel so good. I get like the deepest sleep. I wake up feeling actually pretty good. Knock on wood, I usually recover very quickly from surgeries. Usually no complications, no infections. I'm up and walking within an hour of waking up. All the surgeries I've had, it's been really good. And I usually recover and bounce back pretty quickly. So I'm looking forward to it. I also enjoy, this is just an in and out. Like they don't keep you overnight for this. Basically, I go in, I have to be there 2 hours before my surgery time, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. So I think my surgery time is like 9:40 in the morning. So I have to be there at like 7:40 for them to do blood tests and blah, and all the vitals and, all that kind of stuff. My surgery is booked for 9:40. The surgery itself only takes like 30 to 45 minutes. And that's it. And then probably, 15 to 30 minutes after that, you're waking up in the recovery room. Probably an hour, maybe 2 hours after that, I'm discharged, honestly. So I figure by 1, 2 p.m., I'll be discharged. It's like in and out same day. Normally wouldn't be a problem. My husband's usually really great at picking up the slack when I have surgery or things like that. This time, though, this is going to be a little different because my surgery is January 5th. My husband leaves January 8th for 2 weeks, which means I literally have January 5th was my surgery day. I have the 6th and the 7th to be functional before he leaves on the 8th. We have an 8-year-old daughter that I'm going to have to take care of. So I still have to get her up, take her to school, pick her up, make her lunch, do her hair, bathe her, all that stuff, cook, laundry, clean. I'm going to have to do all that while I'm trying to recover. Now, luckily, my daughter's 8. She's very independent. She's usually very good at helping. So she's really going to have to pick up the slack for me because I can't even bend over to take wet clothes out of the washing machine and put them in the dryer because that's too heavy. And even pulling open like the freezer door, or like I can't even do that because our freezer door, you need to really tug on it to open it. It's one of those bottom freezers. So she's going to have to help me out a lot. Like there's just no way around it. Now, thankfully, we don't have any snow, so no shoveling. But if it does shovel, I do have a couple neighbors who I'm like, hey, I might need you to shovel for me. And if we get a huge dump, you can use our snowblower. You know what I mean? And thankfully, they're great. They're just like, yeah, no worries. We got you. Like, all good. But yeah, so that's kind of my Wellness Wednesday, guys, is I'm going for surgery. So hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully, this will help. I won't have any issues in the future. We're fixing it now before it gets worse. That whole thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to take you guys along, if I'm going to do videos about this surgery and this recovery. I feel like this type of surgery is very routine, especially since I'm not putting a mesh in. It's a very simple, like it's all laparoscopic. They put like a little incision. My hernia is called an umbilical hernia, so it's right by the belly button. So they'll probably put the incision literally in the belly button so I don't have a huge scar. They'll go in laparoscopically. They'll put in 2-3 stitches. They'll take it out. They'll stitch up the belly button incision, and that's it. Done. So I don't know if that's going to be of any interest to anyone watching my channel. If it was a bigger hernia repair, then maybe, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might do some filming, but I mean, and obviously I'll probably give you an update at some point saying, okay, I'm feeling better. I'm headed back to the gym or whatever, just to kind of let you guys know. So before I leave, I just wanted to say, like I said, I was struggling a lot with how am I not going to train for 6 weeks? And I talked with my counselor, and he had a really great way to look at it. Now, I'm really lucky in the fact that the counselor I go to see, he's not just a counselor, he's also an athlete. He owns his own gym. He trains people. He trains himself. So he also understands my mindset and where I'm coming from, which actually makes things so much easier. And he's like, you know what you have to do? Don't think of it as I can't be in the gym for 6 weeks. You need to think of it as, instead of I'm going to train really hard, which is what I do every day, he's like, focus on recovery. Not I can't train for 6 weeks. It's I'm in recovery for 6 weeks. Focus on the recovery. Focus on, getting better, following doctor's orders, things you can control. So, your nutrition intake, that kind of stuff, which honestly, timing couldn't be better because we're headed in the new year, right? I don't know about you guys, but these Christmas holidays, I have put on a few pounds. I don't know about you, but wow. So, and January 1st, right? Everyone starts in on something, whether it's a new diet, a new, hit the gym, whatever it is. We all are like, okay, this is the year we got to start on a good fresh foot here, and let's do this, right? So for me, this year, instead of focusing so much on training in the gym, I'll be focusing on recovery, and with that, probably things that I have been lacking in the past. Because in the last year, I've been doing great at training, haven't been doing so great on the nutrition portion of it. You know what I mean? I think I've had a few too many French fries when I probably should have, had a salad instead. So I'll be able to focus on that. And I think it'll be a lot easier, especially with my husband being gone for those 2 weeks. Again, I'm also looking at that as kind of a blessing because that's one less person I have to worry about, right? I can just focus on me and my daughter. And when she's in school, it's a lot easier for me to focus on better nutrition for myself. So I think it's going to be okay. We don't have a choice. I could have rescheduled the surgery, but I didn't want to. I'd rather get it done first thing in the new year, get it out of the way. This is a good foundation to start on, get the recovery out of the way quick so I can get back in the gym once the doctor gives me that approval. So that's my little Wellness Wednesday little kind of update for you guys. But like I said, I will be doing a video probably coming out on January 1st of New Year's resolutions, all that kind of thing. Also, there will be an update video probably on January 1st as well, just talking to you guys about the format here of Melissa Moment and kind of what the new year is going to look like. This year we kind of did every day, we kind of did a different type of theme. So we're going to be talking about that and letting you know what 2024 is going to look like for this channel. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching my little Wellness Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday, and we'll see you guys next time.